One of the things that we hear a lot in these presentations is strategies for filling the gaps in your resume. I'm interested in what your take is on how to do that.
Well, I actually, so just from personal, and I've worked with a lot of individuals with gaps, then that was what my staffing really targeted that. Um, when you have a gap, and really honestly, after 40, it's likely that you're going to have a gap on your resume for some reason. I had one because, well, when I was a mom, you had to take out, sometimes you have to take off for the kids. I also had I was out for about a year for medical. Um, so you always want to put the spin. Have you ever heard the expression, what's in it for me? Well, the employers want to know what's in it for me. So, one, know that a lot of people have gaps and it's not a barrier. Be prepared to address it in the most positive way possible. So I was out taking care of some family emergencies and some personal health. Um, and when I was ready to go back, and they did ask me about the gap, I told them, I said, well, I had some health issues that are now no longer a problem, and I had some family issues which are also been resolved. And while I was out, I studied for my human resource exam. So I got my certification during that time. Um, so I tried to make it very positive. So, and sometimes when we have these gaps, you learn things that you may not have learned otherwise. So a gap is not necessarily, if you were a caretaker, you may understand now insurance forms. Um, if you were volunteering during this period, you may have a whole new set of skills, and volunteer skills need to go on your resume too. I had one mother who I was really trying hard to fill this job because I didn't have anybody who had the skills. And this woman applied, and I don't normally call for this, but I was desperate. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, why did you apply? You had no skills that were on this sheet. And I just called to see why she applied. And she said, oh, it was websites, something to do with websites. It's been a while. And she said, well, actually, I redid the preschool website and this other, like she had created and redone 3 websites. And I said, well, why isn't it on your resume? And she said, because I wasn't paid for it. And I'm like, but you have the experience. So again, usually during those gaps, you are learning something, and it presents some other opportunities. So be prepared to speak to that. And if it was just maybe health related, or you needed to just be honest and say, I had XYZ, it is done, and I'm ready to get back to work. But while I was out, I did these things.